let's go to the back panel. What I'm going to do here is I've also added 2 USB ports on the back because I like to have USB ports. So I made another little board just for that. So there will be USB ports on this thing as well. Otherwise, I don't think it was going to be particularly easy to update. Or play games, because I think this is really going to have to use a gamepad. I don't know if that little D-pad's going to be all that fun for that. So there we go. USB ports on the back. There's a cable for that. I'm going to go with, I usually use a 2000 milliamp battery for BMO. I'm going to try and use this 2500 because CGO is a little bit bigger than BMO. So I think I can get away with a bigger battery. And one thing I'm going to do to keep it from sliding around is add a little bit of double-sided tape. I think that will help keep it from moving around. So put that in there and on there. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think the battery's pretty secure. Yep. So now our standard trusty Raspberry Pi goes on. I got to do a quick check to make sure that this USB clears the battery. It just barely does. I think what I'm going to do is add a couple of spacers. Just a couple of spacers. Maybe up it a little bit. I don't have to go up too high. So if I put these on here, does this really help out? Okay. You have to make sure that this clears it as well, right? I think that's going to clear that as well. Yeah, it's going to be a tight fit for everything on this thing. And now, our Pi board, which has the additional button unit for 3-button header, 3-pin header. That goes on there. Connect the USB. And then you can screw that down. A lot on this back panel. Very, very cool. I don't know if these need to be bent yet. It really depends on how much room I got when I push this thing together. I think I'm okay. On hand BMO I have to bend that down so it doesn't, but this is a deeper body here. Good. Okay, we're making good progress. I think we're ready to close this thing up. So, well, first let's test the power. So I'll make sure this cable's on there based on the markings. I should get a light on the Pi. I'm getting power. Alright, so I got power. Next cable, we'll plug in. So we got 4 cables left to go. Let's find out where they are. Front panel buttons here. And 2 speakers and a microphone. So speakers have to sort of cross over a little bit. So before I close this up, I'm going to put in the SD card now. Now I can do the final enclosure. Pick that arm up. And these are just some tiny M2 screws. Now I have 2 sets of legs. I have the standing legs and the sitting legs. The standing legs are kind of handy if you want to play like a game, but I'm going to go with the sitting legs. And they just rotate in. It snaps in and then rotates into place. And then CGO can sit. Now, okay, everything is closed up. Do one final little thing. Gotta put the magic screw in the front here. Now, I think that's a calibration screw on the Simpson. It's not holding anything together. So I think it calibrates that dial in the front there. But I wanted to have a screw on there too. So let's boot it up without arms. Now on boot up, the arms will be moved to the upright position. I need to calibrate the servo, so I'm not going to attach them right now. We'll do that a little bit later, but because they'll be off. I need to add some trim controls to fix it. Every servo is a little different. So let's start it up. If you're familiar with the Pi, you'll know it takes a while to boot up, the Pi 0. But there's ways to speed that up, and I will add that speed up at some point. You can add a little splash screen to this. I added the green orb. So once that's booted up, we should be able to test the audio. Got a green light on here, meaning it's connecting. I call dibs. So he goes up and running. So the arms would be in the upright position now, but they're not quite in ideal position. This one's a little far back. Something like that, but I'd be able to control them with this. This would be down, which is probably a little too far down. Maybe not. Down. Kind of cool. But like if you're going to use it for the D-pad, these get in the way, so you would move them up. Let's see if the D-pad works. Double click this, put you in desktop mode, and then you can move around with your D-pad. Woohoo! Check that out. I'm not going to show you a whole lot right now because I got to tweak the software. This is still BMO software. I gotta make it CGO software, but we can try some of the voices.
Maybe I seem a bit confused, but I got you pegged. A green orb. Biohacking their alien style. We go way back to the real busted last days of Earth.
Well, that's some of the sounds from the show. I'll add the rest and get back to you on it for the final configuration, and then we'll send this off. I think it's headed over to Cartoon Network and then to its final destination. Hopefully Simone finds it enjoyable.